everybody. Hello, 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 hello. How's everybody doing? What's up, what's up, what's up? Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. How are y'all? I miss you too. Hello, I've missed you guys too. Yes, I have. Hello. Hello, beautiful to you. Hi, why does my ex think I need to hide? I missed it. Lordy, I finally made it on one of your scopes. Won't it do it? Hey, Kara, I got your text. I am still finding out the schedule, but I will text you as soon as I find out. Hello, JoJo. Hi, this is my first time seeing you and hearing you. Well, welcome. Welcome. Bless you, woman of God. Bless you. Perfect timing. Why does he think I need a man to have help? Why does he? I don't understand that. Missed you on here. I missed you too, Melody. Hello, hello, Kay. Hello, everybody. I love you too. My mother got me hooked on you. I love your mama. What? I love your mother. My first time on here, Mother Cam. Welcome, welcome. I will be in Baltimore on Thursday, preaching Thursday night in Baltimore. Then I will be preaching Friday. I'll be preaching Friday in Marietta, Georgia. Then I will be preaching Saturday morning at 10 o'clock in Columbus, Georgia. So I will be in Baltimore, Maryland on Thursday. Yep. It is on my app, sis. It is on my app. It sure is. Hi, Fergusons. Love you guys. Thanks for stopping by my scope. You're welcome. You are welcome. You are welcome. I'm all over the place. So I will be in a city near you. I just know it. So you can go to my website, realtalkkim.com. All of my travel is there. How do you know what to preach? You know, I study all the time. The reason I don't usually get on here, yes, being alone is absolutely okay. Absolutely. I don't get on here usually on Mondays because I spend that whole day refreshing. I'm in the Word like all week long because I preach 2 and 3 and 4 times every week, and so I have to make sure that I stay in the Word. And I talk to God. Like I really talk to God, even on my Periscopes. Like I don't just get on here and talk. I usually have a word that God has given me for you. So I spend a lot of time talking to God, and I study. How do you study your Word? I study at Sierra. I am on a reading plan on my YouVersion, so I'm always in the Word. But usually what I do is God, even the way I write my statuses, stuff I put on Instagram, all of that usually comes from I'll hear something in my spirit or I'll see something. I'll see I talk to God. So I'll see something that'll spark my interest, and then I'll go and I'll study that out, and then I'll put a whole sermon together. And so I get stuff like I'm really I paint pictures when I read the Bible. Hello there. I enjoyed your spirit and how you carried yourself on Preachers of Atlanta. Thank you so much. But Sierra, I'm always like every single morning when I wake up, I say, God, allow me to, hey sis, hey Dawn, allow me to not miss an appointment today. Allow me not to miss an assignment today. And so God just does it. I love you. My name is Sarah. I took over my mom's scope. Hey, Sarah. How are you? So today, guys, we're going to talk about, they really like you when. All right? Hi, Chasney. I love you. I love you, girl. Those glasses. Thank you, thank you. I can't wait for you to come to Journey Church. I want to meet you. I can't wait either. So I'm coming. I'll be in Maryland this Thursday night preaching. Friday, I will be in Marietta, Georgia preaching. And Saturday morning, I will be in Columbus, Georgia. So y'all come see me. Then I'll be preaching at my church this Sunday as well. So let me get rid of this person. People always think I look like Ellen. We don't look nothing alike. Boy, bye. Boy, bye. Marietta, Georgia, it's about 45 minutes from us. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm like, boy, bye. Boy, bye. My block ministry is on point. You hear me? It just is. Bye, Philip. So how do you know when they really like you? How do you know when they really like you? 12 things is what I'm going to give y'all today. 12 things. Do you know Full Effect Boys? No, I don't. Do you ever come to West Coast? I sure do. Block Party Strong. This should be good. It's going to be really good. Just because I had a thought, I got kicked out of a Christian scope. Nope. Well, unless you're cussing or being ugly, or you won't get kicked out of my scope. But if you are going to come on my scope and talk about boobs, I'm not going to show you my boobs ever. I'm married. So, you know, as long as you keep it clean and pure up in here, then you ain't getting kicked out of mine. I don't know how you don't know them. I don't know them. I'm sorry. In Marietta, Georgia. You can find out all the details on my website, realtalkkim.com. I also have a free app that you can download as well. I love you too, New Kid Swag. I like your accent. Thank you. No one's perfect. Nope, no one's perfect. Absolutely not. Nope. You make my day. You make mine. That's on every scope. You are blocked for negativity. Yeah, you know, if you get on here and just and take up. See, here's the deal. So Periscope is like my favorite because I get to talk to all of my incredible followers like we're having coffee. And so if somebody's getting up in here, they only allow, I think, 100 or 200 people on a scope to talk. So if you're coming on my scope and you are taking a space from somebody that I love and that loves me for real, then, and you're taking up space just talking trash, you're out. Like, no, not even any. I don't even give you another chance. So 12 things a guy does when he is legit into you. One thing that I discovered, I was married for 17 years and ended up walking through a tragedy divorce. And this person was all about works. I said, it's not about works. Yeah, well, this isn't her, so sorry. You don't even have to tell me about it. We different up in here. But, you know, the one thing that I discovered after I went through my divorce was I put myself in timeout for 5 years, literally. I didn't date, and I allowed God to heal me. And in that time, I realized after I met my husband, Mark, that when a man is really into you, I'm telling you something, you don't have to question. You don't have to wonder. You don't have to, you know, you don't have to. It's not like guessing game. Does he like me? Does he not like me? You don't have to feel like you're an FBI agent going on his statuses or his page and, you know, looking to see when God is in it, it just works. So, number one, how do you know when he's really into you? Some of these things are just really cool because a lot of times whenever we are dating people, especially us women, we will allow ourselves to put our hearts in the hands of these people. We will literally we'll be at home writing his name with ours after the first date. I mean, we're already in love with him. We already given him our heart. That's how come we walk around so broken so many times, because we think because he's giggling with us and laughing with us and he said we were pretty, then he touched the pit of our back, you know, it pour everything into them. That's right. And you have to be very careful. That's why the Bible says to guard your heart. We women are crazy. We think literally that we can't make it without a man, and that's a lie from the pit of hell. You know, God created us to be happy in our single life. And yes, too much too soon. That's right. You got to use discernment. So number one is he tries to make plans. When a man is legitimately into you, he tries to make plans. When Mark Pothier was in love with me, that man, we were on 3 different hour. He was in California, in San Diego, and I was here in Atlanta. I love you too. And we would stay up on the phone like for hours and hours. That man would work all day long, and then he would come home and always make time for me. And so at that time, I realized when a man is really into you, thank you, sis. When a man is really into you, they make time. Because see, listen, a man is created to be a hunter. A man, that's why the Bible says when a man finds a woman, he finds a good thing. I miss you too. He finds a good thing. It didn't say a woman was out there looking for him. No, when God is ready. When God is ready, these are just for fun, but I have a whole bunch that are funky that are not for fun. They're for real. So with these on, I'm cray-cray. When I wear these, I still got contacts in my eyes. So these are just for fun. These are my fun glasses. But the number one is when you know a man is legitimately into you, he tries to make plans. There is no one more determined than a guy who really knows what he wants. You hear that? There is really no more, there is no one more determined than a guy who really knows what he wants. When he knows what he wants, he's after it. He wants everybody to know. You know that? Like he's not hiding you from his friends. He's not hiding you from his mom. He's not telling you don't share pictures of us on Facebook. Now, I do think, whenever I met my husband, let me tell you that. Let me just tell you something. Whenever I met my husband, we were very private with our relationship because my husband is 15 years older than me. I knew that everybody was going to have an opinion about a man 15 years older than me. You know, it ain't going to work. You're going to be in your prime and he's going to be, he's so much older than you, just the age difference. But I knew what God was telling me. And so I did not share. In fact, we got married and nobody even knew we got married for 2 weeks. We were getting to know each other. We didn't want any outside influences. And so, I believe that sharing pictures and stuff like that, that's cool and all. But you also got to know before you start sharing pictures and putting out there that you're in a relationship, you need to date for a while just to make sure that this thing's going to go somewhere. And you need to keep it private for as long as you can because you don't want everyone's opinions, all right? So, when a man is into you, though, he's not telling you after 2 months, go take that picture down. Don't put up, don't say anything about us. When a man likes you, honey, he is so happy. Sometimes you got to hush. Sometimes you got to hush. If he's into you, he will ask you to hang out, whether it's a text, a phone call, Facebook message, or just stopping by. If he's asking you to meet up, it's because he wants to. You people that are playing games, you playing games, loose lips sink ships. You are playing games with this dude that one day he likes you and one day he don't. Let me just tell you something. Even if this dude is working his behind off, you're going to still hear from him. He's going to call. He's going to check on you because a man likes to mark his territory. This is mine. I am proud to be seen with this woman. This is my friend. This is my girl. This is my good thing. I would like to know what your thoughts are on keeping them that way after marriage. My marriage, y'all, honestly, after me and Mark got married, we're like even more in love. Like today we spent the day out together. My man don't snoop me on social media. But even in the first few weeks. Well, I think even in the first few weeks, you're really getting to know him. I don't think you really know about something, beautiful women chasing. I know you didn't just cuss up in my Periscope now. We're going to keep our mouth pure up in here, okay? Okay. But, when a man is really into you, they don't make you cry. You don't cry yourself to sleep. You know what I'm talking about? You're not wondering where he's at. You're not having to feel like a Facebook stalker because he's making you feel so confident in his love for you or his desire for you. And I think it takes longer. Y'all, I really do. I think it takes longer than a month. Like y'all already got out there. And listen, ladies, why is it so important? I have seen so many of my pastor friends even, that they start seeing this girl or being interested in her. And after the first few dates, she's wanting to put out there he's in a relationship because she's wanting to mark her territory. Just went gospel gangster, I know. I know you didn't, cuz on my Periscope. So when a guy is into you, he makes advances. He tells you, I want to go out with you. I want to take you to dinner. He's at least, and I'm going to tell y'all something else. My husband, when we were dating, the first text I got every morning was, good morning, beautiful. Good morning, beautiful. I pray today that your day is awesome. The last text or phone call I got at night was from that man because the man is a protector. And so that's what he's doing. Kim, you should have my book, ladies. Here's, okay. Number 2, he's persistent. He's persistent. How do you know when this dude's into you? He's persistent. There is definitely a fine line between creepy and persistent. But a guy who's into you won't ask once or twice and then move on to the low-hanging fruit. When someone really catches his eye, anything less just won't do. Anything less just won't do. Number 3, he talks to you like a friend. He talks to you like a friend. When a man's really into you, he talks to you like a friend. A guy who really likes you wants to know all about you. And he doesn't limit his communication to just 2 a.m. He wants to know what you enjoy doing in your free time and accompany you. What music you like and what kind of lifestyle you have. He's interested in you as a whole and not just a whole night. A man that is really into you. I'm telling you, I wrote down all 20 Bay Commandments. Yep, those Bay Commandments are bad to the bone, aren't they? But he's into you. He's wanting to know about you. He'll go shopping with you. My husband goes shopping with me. My husband, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Whenever someone's really into you, y'all, even if I don't like sports, but my husband loves the Red Sox. So what did I do? I started learning about the crazy Red Sox so I could watch a game with him. When you do something he likes, then he's gonna do something you like. He's going to want, when people love each other, you learn what each other likes, and you do that. You do that. I even bought me a Red Sox shirt, honey. I sure did. And I went and I would Google players' names so I could communicate with my boo thing during the game. I would wear that shirt sitting right beside him, proud as can be, watching that game, yelling louder than him at that game. And that made my husband, oh, I'm all in. I was all in because I'm going to tell y'all something. In my previous marriage of 17 years, I didn't do any of this. You know, I didn't do this. I didn't go and try to like what my ex liked. He didn't look, we had nothing in common. We didn't have music in common. We didn't have nothing in common. And what happened was then women that would come into our lives that understood music with him, they started talking. That's when the little foxes spoil the vines, y'all. When they start finding connection with other people because you ain't doing your job. Honey, there's a lot of thirsty women out there. A lot of thirsty women out there that are ready to take your loser husband right off your hands. That's why you gotta be willing. When somebody loves you and you love somebody, you won't have to keep asking him to take you out. No, he just does it. My husband serves me. My husband loves me. My husband is, I'm telling y'all something. When the right one comes into your life, when the right one comes into your life, it changes everything. So when you are out there wasting your time, I probably did just say thoughts, girl. I sure did. I probably did. I don't know. He talks to you like a friend, and he spends time with you, and y'all love spending time together. Number 4, he keeps the conversation going. Like a while ago, my husband and I were sitting at a restaurant, eating together. When we go out together, we don't pick up our phones. Like, we didn't even pick up our phones. We didn't even look at our phones. Block who, Sierra? I'm not even paying attention to it. Somebody up in here cussing and fussing. Let me know. Let me look at this just a second so I can get rid of them. I got control of the block button. They called Mark gay. Oh, Lord. Well, honey, let me just tell you something about that man. He ain't gay. Trust me, boo. He ain't gay. Somebody called me a dyke before because, short hair or whatever. And let me see who they are. Y'all tell me who it is and let me block them. You talk about my husband. I'm coming out with my claws out. You want me to tell you something? I'm about to take my heel off and beat your behind. He pursues me, but I don't know how to show that. You know what you got to do? You got to begin to pray. I think I did get your book, sir. I did. I just got it yesterday. I went to the mailbox yesterday. What happens if we both divorce and the church won't accept us? Go to another church? What happens if you divorced and the church won't accept you? Say, bye, Felicia. If you go to a church that does, I'm excited to read it. I can't wait to read it. You go to a church where they won't accept you, bye. Bye. You want to go to a church that accepts you. I can't stand that when churches act like they don't do nothing. They just ain't getting caught. So if y'all both been divorced and you're going to a church, I don't understand why y'all do that. Why do y'all keep going to churches that don't celebrate you? I don't understand why people keep going to churches where they're scared of their bishops, scared of their pastors. Yes, come to Church of the Harvest, honey. We will accept you. I'm telling you. Let me get rid of that. Oh, I almost blocked the wrong person. Come on, keep talking. Keep talking so I can just boom, you gone. Boom. Yes, come to my church. We love everybody. But if you go to a church where they don't accept you, I just don't understand why y'all do that. Why y'all go to a church with church abuse. I don't know why. Like a glutton for punishment. Like they ain't Jesus. And the last I checked, Jesus wasn't hiring for that position. You block who I block? We a block ministry up in here. Who want to do it? Yeah. Pastor, if someone has been married more 3 times, what should be a factor when 2 people getting married? Well, you know, I'm going to tell you something right now. Y'all, I hate to say this, but people change. Corporate block. People change. And so y'all got to look at me. The reason I am so anointed and so powerful is because I went through divorce and I realized that I was going to allow myself to get better and not bitter. That's why I put a do not disturb up on my heart so I could heal. I didn't want to repeat cycles, but people change. And you know, I know people that have been married 3 times and they finally got it right. They finally got the greatest. They didn't say what they did was right. I don't condone a divorce at all. You hear me? I don't condone divorce. I tell people to fight like hell for your marriage. But sometimes when there is abuse, alcoholism, drug addiction, you know, I stayed in my marriage way longer than I should, get my behind beat because I stayed in the marriage because the church told me that you till death do you part. Now, I was going to be dead because I was going to be dead at the hands of me staying in a relationship longer than I should have because of religious people. Now, I didn't get out of this marriage and jump right back into a marriage. No, I allowed myself to heal. I went through counseling. I did all of that. I didn't get married for 7 years. But sometimes bad things just happen. And you know, you can't, what are you going to do? I don't believe that anybody stands up on their wedding day in their beautiful dress and looks in that spouse's eye, walking down to talk to that pastor and commit and make a covenant before the Lord. And I do not believe that that person says, I love my dress so much, I'm going to wear it 2 times. I love my dress so much, I'm going to wear it 3 times. No, nobody wants to get divorced. Divorce is the worst. It is worse than death because they still alive. It is bad. It is not good. So why would we as a church or as a body of Christ beat people that are already broken? When I went through my divorce, people were talking about me. I would lay in my bed. I lost friends. I lost everything. And the church world was not there for me. And I wanted to defend myself. I wanted to defend myself because nobody knew what I was going through. But I'm going to tell you something. God told me, he said, you live so nobody believes it. I'm going to vindicate you. I'm going to vindicate you, and then I'm going to use you all over the world. Now, by the church standards, I shouldn't be doing what I'm doing. But God, man, when I walked through and I got better and not bitter, honey, it's like God said, now I trust you. I trust you with divorcees. I trust you with people that went through molestation. I trust you with people that are walking through infidelity. I trust you. And I'm going to tell y'all something. If I wouldn't have gone through that divorce, I wouldn't know how to be a pastor like I am. I love hard, and I'm there for people just like I was. The broken, rejected, dejected, just horrific season of my life. I'm there for people like that now, and I'm watching people literally get back up after they feel like the world has been taken out from under them. Because I'm going to tell you something. When we as a body of Christ can learn to stop judging people, you don't know what people live in. You know, so, but I do believe people can change. And I do believe that, I mean, I'm a wonderful wife now. And I got a wonderful husband. And so, you know, I'm thankful the devil picked on me because I told him, I said, you're going to wish you would have picked on somebody else. You're going to wish to God you would have messed with somebody else's marriage because I'm going to tell you something, devil. You stupid punk. I'm about to get well. And when I get well, I'm coming out of this season of brokenness. And I'm going to be beautifully broken. And I'm going to rip as many people out of hell and depression and oppression that I can. So you keep on messing with me. And Every time you mess with me, you're giving me a little bit more because, honey, the harder you fall, the higher you're going to bounce. But it's up to you. It really is. If we get to that place where we stop needing people's validation, the only validation you need in life is a parking ticket. You should not need anyone's validation to make you feel valuable, to make you feel worth anything. Because, honey, listen, people are going to talk about you if you good. People are going to talk about you if you bad. So you might as well show out for Jesus in the process. And stop waiting for people to approve of you and make you, there's some people right now walking around because you made such a mess of your life that now you're walking around feeling like you're used goods and nobody will ever love you. That is a lie from the pit of hell. You get better and watch what God's going to do in your life. I'm telling you, look at God. So number 4, he keeps the conversation going. There is nothing more annoying than texting with someone who takes hours to respond. And to make matters worse, when he actually does respond, it's usually something lame like, not much, you, or that's cool. If they're answering you in text like that, they don't like you, boo. All right? If somebody is taking hours to text you back, and then when they do text you back, they give you 1 word or 2 word sentences. They don't like you. You're wasting your time. And I'm going to tell you something else. They are holding on to you. They've got you in layaway. Because this is what people do. What do I have to do to get you to Sacramento? I would love to come, Pastor DL. Go to my website, realtalkkim.com. And there is up top a button you can push to book me, or you can go to email my assistant Melissa at info@realtalkkim.com. info@realtalkkim.com. I'd be honored to come. Everybody wants me to come out there, so that would be awesome. But there's nothing more annoying than that. When a man is into you, he wants to. Honey, my husband, I've been married to that man for 4 years. You hear me? Wasting data. I'm wasting your data on them texts. Tell her, girl. Come on, tell him. Tell him. You're wasting your time. And then here's what happens. Y'all wasting your time allowing this bozo to put you in layaway. All right? He's got you in layaway. And when all of his other little side chicks or whatever aren't coming through or pursuing, he picks you back up because he wants something to do that night. And you letting him. You're letting him. Stop that. Y'all look who's home.
Are we on Periscope?
Yes.
Hey, Periscope family.
That's my hunka hubba hubba.
Yes, ma'am.
That's he keeps the conversation going. You know he really likes you when he holds a conversation. If he can't, he's probably not going to keep your interest anyway. All right? Me and my husband would sit on the phone 4 hours a night, and we never had run out of things to say. We've been married for 4 years. We are each other's best friend, and we hang out with each other every single day. But if this dude wasn't, he's still, I'm going to tell y'all something. If I call my husband, he is going to hang up with whoever he's on the phone with because I'm his first priority. And we've been married 4 years. So if you are dating somebody and they can't keep that conversation flow going, bye, Philip. I'm not even kidding. Y'all don't want a man. He ain't into you. Is he cheering you on in the back? Yes. That's my baby. See, your husband too. Men love their wives, man. And if they aren't even taking care of you when you're dating, you need to flush him. Absolutely. Number 5. How do you know if this dude's legitimately into you? Number 5. He commits to the future. If you are not dating with a purpose, you are wasting your time. If you are going out with somebody just because I love that you love your wife, man, better love 101. I'm so thankful. I know my face always lights up when that man comes in the room. You better believe it. Your husband is one of a kind. He is, man. I'm so thankful I got healed because let me just tell you something. He wouldn't have looked at that other woman that was broke. It took 5 years to get myself prepared for this man right here. It did. It took 5 years for me to get to a place where we were both hidden in Christ and God connected us. So number 5, he commits to the future. Buying tickets to a concert next month or inviting you to a friend's birthday are his ways of telling you he wants to keep you around. Test the waters and ask him if he wants to go with you to upcoming events. Like look down the road. Hey, my friend's getting married in a month. Would you like to go with me? He's going to say, heck yeah, I want to go with you. he will commit to the future with you. If he can't commit to something 2 weeks out, he's probably not thinking this is going to last. I'm sorry, but this is truth. Or he doesn't want to go public and make it more than it is. This is tight, but it's right. When you are dating somebody that cannot commit to you, cannot commit dates 2 weeks down the road with you, boy, bye. Like, you are better than that. You are better than that. You hear me? Stop allowing people to waste your time. This is why y'all end up 48 years old. This is why y'all end up 48 years old and not married. And then you're mad at God. You're mad at God because you wasted your time on somebody that did not like you the way you deserve to be liked, would not commit to you. There are some of you that have been dating the same dude for 5 years. He won't commit. What are you doing? Felicia, what you doing? Number six. He looks at you when you are talking. I had to work on this because I am. Can we talk about making it public? Yes. What? When he talks to you, he looks at you. When he's talking to you, I'm 50 now, and come on. He looks at you when you are talking. A guy who is into you isn't constantly worried about who is walking in the door. He makes eye contact with you, engaging in conversation and trying to make you laugh. He may still glance at the TV on several occasions. This is normal male behavior, and this is incurable. However, when his boo thing is talking, he gonna look at you. Number 7, he fights with you. I'm not talking about all-out brawls, but if someone doesn't push back on your opinions or argue with you at all, it's usually because he doesn't care. Like my husband, I'm not saying like fighting, like going to bed angry and stuff like that. I'm saying like where he's you know, when you see people that never ever argue, it's a lie from the pit of hell. When people say we never fight, well, you never fight them because he doesn't care. Because I know my husband, like y'all, I am so not like the sexy little, you know what I'm talking about? Like I am so not like bound to go. I'm not like a woman that when I'm walking down the street, all these men are. But my husband, honey, he's jealous of me. And he will tell me, I don't like it that man that pastor texts you. I don't, you know, and he fights for me. And so if he didn't, and he was like, I don't care who you talk to on Facebook. I don't care. I mean, it's when a man, you know what I'm talking about? Like, I know I love me. See, are you lesbian? Boy, bye. I'm married. Blech. But he fights for me, and he'll fight with me. My husband is quick to tell me. I mean, if I'm like if I'm telling my husband like, oh, I think you should do, or you need to do this, honey, he gonna say, girl, bye. Like, you need to step back, and you know, you're not gonna. Y'all, my dad, I did just block somebody. My dad and my mother are 69 years old. My dad still thinks men are looking at my mom. They are both jealous of each other still. And so if they are not like that, then, you know, I'm just saying, like, if you mention something he did that upsets you, but he can't be bothered to talk about it, then he doesn't care about how you feel. That's pretty important in any relationship. When you tell him something that you feel and he doesn't want to help you or talk about it with you, and you're not important enough for him to make sure that your feelings matter, he's not into you. And it's very important for you to be able to talk to a man. Y'all, my ex, whenever I would say stuff, how do I make myself available? I don't want to go to a lounge or bar. Oh, no, we don't want that either. You don't want anybody in a bar because they ain't nothing ever good come out of somebody drunk getting in a relationship. But you just start telling God, you know, I'm ready. You know, he fights for you. That's right. He fights for you. And I'm going to tell you something, like, even with my ex, like, I would tell him stuff, and I would tell him stuff that bothered me. And I would always walk around on eggshells with him. Like, I was always afraid. And to even say anything. And it was always because I knew he was going to blow up. And that was a red flag before we even got married. I didn't pay attention to it. So often we are praying for God to give us red flags. And then when God's given them to us, we don't even listen. Number 8, Number 8, he shares his passion with you. He shares his passion with you. If someone wants to show you his world, it's because he wants you to experience what makes him the happiest. Truly opening up can be one of the hardest things for guys to do. Hello, back to my Red Sox. You know, he opened up and would let things, and my husband, y'all, I'm going to be honest. When you're talking to me, you need to, I don't want to know, like, how many times you turned the lock. I don't want to know, like, what you saw while driving to the mall. I don't want to know, like, all the little details of everything. Just give me the bottom line of what we're talking about, all right? Now, my husband, he likes to tell me all the details. He wants to tell me how many times he had to wait for cars to go by. I'm telling you. I mean, I gotta hear every little detail. Now, I had to understand that my husband, you love details too. Oh, sis. Oh, you and my husband get along good. You like the details too. What? Not me. I want bottom line. I want to know the bottom line. Don't go, but listen, because it's my husband's love language, you know, spent time with him, I've learned how to listen. And I listen, and I look in his eyes, and I listen. Number 9, he surprises you. He surprises you. A guy who really likes you has been paying attention to things you like. If he picks up your favorite snack on the way home, on the way to the house, or shows up with tickets to the concert you mentioned you wanted to go to, it means your happiness is important to him and he's willing to put in the effort. Effort means he's trying. Trying means he cares. Now, y'all listen. Hello. Y'all need to go and get, hey, Jill, I love you. Y'all need to go, hey, Janae. Y'all need to go get love language, 5 love languages. Especially when you are first starting a relationship, because it teaches you how to, understand, like my love language. Mark, when we first got married, I turned 40 years old the first year we were married, and he bought me 40 roses. Now, I was grateful, but I don't care about roses. Like, I don't care about roses. Like, get me something that's going to last, you know, like, yes, his is quality time and touch, Susan, as well. That's my husband's. But my love language is small acts of kindness and affirmation. Go figure. And so I told him, I was like, baby, I told him really nicely too. I was like, baby, I love you and thank you for 40 roses. Because, I mean, I never got roses in my last marriage. And I said, but listen, small acts of kindness, like go put gas in my car. What? You know, bring home peanut butter pretzels. What? You know, that's my love language. You know, it's doing stuff that makes it, take the trash out. It's stuff that, come get me water. You know, bring me coffee. That's the stuff I like. And we learned each other really quickly. And now I will get my car. My car will be full. You know, and those things are like, as like the greatest. That is the greatest. And maybe it could have been because I was a single mother for so long. Kenny, you're out of here. Maybe it was because I did so much on my own for so long that just makes me feel, you know, I hate pumping gas too. I really do. But get that book, five love languages. Yep, give a foot massage. I mean, just yes. But he surprises you. When a guy likes you, he does things for you. Number 10, he's in a good mood around you. He's in a good mood. Hey, Pastor, how are you? Miss you, man of God. Like, I ain't been on here in forever. I've missed all of my little faithfuls up in here. Pastor Lewis. I'm going to preach for him, y'all. Y'all got to come see us in Louisiana. So, number 10, he's in a good mood around you. Think about how you feel when you get to spend time with someone you care about. You are happy, you are relaxed, and you are feeling good. If he is constantly a downer when you two are together, it's probably because he would rather be doing something else. That's fine on occasion because everybody goes through the slump. You know, everybody goes through having a bad day every once in a while. But if this joker is always in a bad mood around you, bye Philip. I'm telling y'all something. If that's fine on an occasion because people do need space from time to time. But if this is the norm and it's just when you are around, you might need to rethink your relationship. I take that off. You don't might need to rethink it. You need to rethink it. You need to be with somebody that is in a good mood, that loves you. My husband, he's the happiest man on the planet. He married to me and he loves me. Now, if he walked around all the time, was always Debbie Downer, blah, 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 yeah, we wouldn't have got married for starters because I can't stand Debbie Downers. Number 11, he goes out of his way. He goes out of his way. Remember when I said there's no one more determined than a man who knows what he wants? That still stands long after the thrill of getting you has come and gone. Life is messy and chaotic, and it's never a straight and narrow path, but a guy who really likes you will make moves, not excuses, in order to make it work. I'm not even kidding. I want to be with him all the time because he's no fun to be around. I miss that. I'm sure you were saying I don't want to be around him if he's not in a good mood. What do you do when he talks to family about problems instead of you? Oh, y'all need some counseling. Because I'm going to tell you something. Now my husband, I'm going to be honest with y'all, when we first got married, my parents are his best friends. And we would do that. Like we would talk he would talk to my dad and my dad, now listen, this dude's going to be on my side. You know what I'm talking about? But it was causing, he didn't know how to communicate because he didn't have any friends here. And so he didn't have anybody to go talk to when we would have an argument or something like that. And so, we really had to talk about it. And we really were like, we made a commitment to each other. We were like, listen, and if dude's hitting on you, you got to get out of it. So basically we sat down and told each other, look, I got your back. And he said, I got your back. But we cannot talk to anybody else about our problems but each other. You know what I'm talking about? Like, we cannot be, you got to have your spouse's back. Even if your spouse is wrong, you got to have his back. And so, number 9 was he surprises you. A guy who really likes you has been paying attention to the little things you like, and he surprises you. Like my husband knows that, I like certain things, and he surprises me. Number 11 is he goes out of his way. Remember when I said there's no one more determined than a guy who knows what he wants? That still stands long after the thrill is gone. If you stop telling your friends so much, your enemies won't know everything. Tell them, Pastor. And number 12 is he tells you. Sometimes on rare occasion, people can go out on a limb and actually just tell you they enjoy your company. And contrary to popular belief, nothing bad happens to them. They really like you when you can read these reasons and cross many of them off of your list. If you found someone who really likes you, stop worrying, quit checking to see what selfies he's liking on Instagram, and make sure you are doing things to let him know you really like him too. Y'all got that? You got to let him know. So often, we as women, we've been hurt so many times in our lives that we feel like if that dude knows that we like him, then he's going to think that I need him. And all the men that I've ever needed in my life abandoned me. And so how do you let him know? I think that you let him know just by, checking on him. With my husband, it's those times when we are together and he's got my full attention. We've got each other's full attention. Men love to be respected and honored, and men love to be bragged on by you. Men love to, when you walk in, us women are always like, I want him to tell me you're beautiful. Well, men like to hear that too. Man, you look nice tonight. Like, you look great. Let him know. Men need affirmation. Sorry I'm late. Just met the sweetest man of God. Praise God. Yes. Amen. Going through. No, don't twerk. Whoever just said twerk. Don't be twerking unless you're married. You don't twerk for no man unless you're married. True massage our ego, and that's the truth. Oh yes, we met on Facebook. We sure did. Me and my husband met on Facebook. It takes time for me to handle. Yes, come on, come on, come on. I don't want to be heavy-handed. What does that mean? You don't want to go too quickly. Now, I don't believe that you. Hey, sis. I don't believe that. Now you can twerk if you're married. Don't be twerking though if you ain't got no rhythm. No ring, no ding. No time for games. No, too clingy. Right. I don't want to be clingy. Don't be clingy. Don't be clingy. And ladies, listen. I'm telling you something. You have got to let men have space too. Let him have space. Women are so broken. Women, especially. Man, he wanting to go hang out with his friends and watch the game, and I don't twerk either. I'd kill myself trying to twerk. My husband would be on the floor laughing at me. But so often, he's wanting to go watch the game with his friends, and you're like, you don't trust him because you didn't trust, the last one cheated on you, and so you think he's going to cheat on you. And so, we women are crazy. It's like, loves to go on his Harley. Right. Let him go on his Harley or ride with him on his Harley. But so often we as women, we think we've been all smooth and stuff, and he goes to the game to watch the game with his friends, and you think you've been all sly. Won't you FaceTime me? And really, in reality, what you're doing is you're trying to see if he's really where he said he was because you don't trust him. So you're not allowing this man to breathe at all, and men need that time. My husband and I we both like our space. We come together every day or at night. We always spend 2 or 3 hours together. But during the day, dude, go to church, work, give me my space, and he feels the same thing. My guy went to a season opener with his son. I'm okay with that. I'm so proud of you. Sometimes I think I meant to stay single for the rest of my life. Well, really, Julian, whenever you are ready, when God's ready for your spouse to come into your life, they will drop from the sky. I'm not even kidding. Like, I promise you, don't give up on love. Is having a crush godly? I had a crush on my husband. When I fell in love with him, like, look, I still smile when I talk about him. I had a crush on him, but I didn't have a crush on him before I knew it was God. And we knew pretty early on in our relationship that we were going to marry each other. And so, I crushed on him, and I still crush on him. Now when he messed up with trust, it takes some time, and he has to work cut out. And you know what? Listen, Susan, that's the truth. When you go through, yes, tell them, sis. When you go through infidelity with someone, I can't wait to hug you, God Next Top Model. I'll be there. So often, whenever we go through, infidelity with somebody and we decide to stay with them, I do read my inboxes, but I get about 100 a day. So I don't always answer, but I do read them. Yep, and it takes me sometimes a week to go through all. It's usually on a plane when I answer my emails. But, when you're going through infidelity and you decide to stay with somebody, that trust, oh my gosh, that trust has to be rebuilt. And that person that was the one that did the cheating, when they are really sorry and they really want their marriage to be restored, they will give you the time you need to build that trust back up. Yes, it does take a long time to rebuild. Wish I could hear you, PK. This mess is breaking up. Oh, I'm sorry. Love you. I'm being fast forward. It's rough, though, but it can be done. It can be done. I know people. I'm going to tell y'all something. I know people that have gone through infidelity. And don't get worried, sis. Just begin to pray. Begin to prophesy that God's bringing your spouse. Begin to prophesy. Don't get worried. Don't get fearful. I met my husband on Facebook. I can't wait to meet the one God is preparing for me. And it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And I did, y'all. I'm going to tell y'all something about my 6th year of being single. I didn't care. I didn't mind being single. Hey, sis. Welcome. I love you, too. Yes, we met on Facebook. And, I'm going to just tell you how. So about the 6th year of me being single, I was laying in bed one night, and I love being single. Like, I was preaching, I was doing my thing. I didn't think about getting married, but I came out of a very toxic relationship too. And I can't wait to see you, Jill. And I was laying in bed one night, and if he's getting on your nerves so bad, you know what? A lot of times too, sis, when a husband gets on your nerves, it's probably a lot of times it's us as women going through the change of life, premenopausal. Hey, Pastor Blakes, love you. How are you? Miss you guys. But a lot of times when our husbands get on our nerves, a lot of times it's us. We need to take some hormones. We need to realize that, we're going through the change. I mean, I'm telling you something, menopause ain't no joke, but we go through it. And in menopause, we become little heifers. We do. My husband, when I realized that I needed to go get something because I was in premenopausal, y'all, I'm not even kidding. Like, I realized my husband would be sitting there doing nothing, and I would just envision punching him in the throat. He wasn't even doing anything. He was getting on my nerves. He had his little quirks, like, his little quirks that never bothered me. All of a sudden, I'm thinking, what is going on? And so I realized, dude, Kim, you got to go get some help. I mean, I was standoffish. I felt like I was on a world all by myself. I was depressed. I mean, I wasn't like bad. Like, I'm acting like I was horrible, but I wasn't. But I literally, yes, I finally realized that I've got to get help, or this poor man, I mean, he don't deserve this. And so I started getting me some hormones. I'm telling y'all something. And I will tell you what to buy yourself. When I tell y'all, I bought hormones, and it was like angels. Woo! I remember one day at about 15 days in taking these hormones, and it's all herbal. All of it's herbal. Like, it can't hurt you. I remember waking up one day, and it was like the fog had been lifted off of my mind. I'm going to tell y'all, it's real, and nobody talks about it. But a lot of times the reason your husband's getting on your nerves is because you're going through premenopausal, and you need to get you on some medication, some herbs. And I'm telling y'all, it was like I woke up one day, and I was like, woo! I all of a sudden felt free. I felt like I'm telling y'all, wait a minute. Not only did I go through where I would be looking at this man like ready to punch him in the throat, and he ain't doing nothing, sweetest man on the planet, but then I was getting back boobs. I'm getting fat. I'm looking at an Oreo, and I'm telling y'all, like the coats that I wear all the time don't fit no more. And I'm thinking, so you're hating all. I got my arms right here. I was like one day doing this, and it was like I'm gonna give myself a black eye. Like, what's happening? So it's real. And so you got to get to a place where you are willing to look into why you're feeling the way you're feeling. And so I'm going to tell y'all something. About 15 days after taking it, I literally felt like blinders had been lifted off me. And I mean, I would lay in bed. I would be laying in bed. I'm going to show y'all what I take. I would be laying in bed, and I would be laying there feeling like I was like sweating. I wasn't even doing anything. And so a lot of times when you're feeling these things, it is because you need to go get some help. It ain't your husband at all. It really ain't. So here's what I take, okay? Me regardless, but I want to be a good wife. So I take this, reduces the symptoms. Y'all see it? Reduce the symptoms of menopause and premenopause, okay? And then I rub this right here on me in the morning. Let me invite my mom. I rub this at small. Look, I even bought the value size this time. I'm telling you. Did you see my shoe closet? It's a mess. So I rub this on me, a dime size. Susan. And I rub this on my arm in the morning and at night. And I'm going to tell y'all, I got free. Like my husband, he thanks God for this. So, yes. So anyway, we met on Facebook, and I remember laying in bed one night about 6 years after being single, and all of a sudden I said, God, I said, God, when you couldn't organize my closet system. Yo, I just went in my closet. Listen, yes, these are herbs. I went in, I purchased this off of Amazon. Like, they have everything on Amazon. And I think the Emerita, the Progest, the cream, I think it was like $30 for the value size. It's not even that expensive. And I think the Perfeminine is like $40. And my energy was gone too, Jill. I'm not even kidding. And so a lot of times you got to do that. But I remember laying in bed, and I was laying there, and it was about 6 years after I was single, and I said, God, whenever you're ready, I'm ready for my husband. And so I was like, who hijacked my prayer? Like, all of a sudden I'm telling God, hey sis, love you. And I literally was telling God, whenever you're ready to bring my spouse into my life, I'm ready. And I heard as clear as day. Y'all listen, I heard God say, I'm telling you how to tell my guy I'm submissive. Well, I mean, you just got to walk it. I don't think you can tell him. You need to do. You can't be saying I'm submissive and you ain't submissive. But my husband loves me into submission, you know, because there ain't too many people gonna tell me what to do, but he knows how to handle me. And so I was laying there and I said, God, when you're ready for me to have a spouse, I'm ready. I'm telling y'all something. I heard the cream for premenopause. Y'all, I heard as clear as day. I heard the Holy Spirit say to me, he's ready, but you ain't. And I was like, what? And so I'm going to tell y'all something. This is why y'all are afraid that you're not going to get married. But a lot of times it's because you ain't ready. It's because you're so busy trying to find a spouse, you're not preparing for your spouse. And I heard God tell me, he's ready, but you ain't. And I said, what? How am I not ready? And I heard God say, I'm telling you, I heard him say, you want me to show it again? Y'all go. Pause will help. Your husbands are going to be thanking me. Your husbands are going to be thanking me. Yes. So it's progesterone. Let me see. Progesterone. I'm size on your arm morning and night. Why did I come on right when I missed that? So I heard God say he's ready, but you ain't. And I was like, what do you mean? You know, what do you mean I'm not ready, God? And he said, your mouth. He said, your mouth. And he said, you know, I'm telling you something, your mouth. Yes, I'm setting all kinds of people free. Y'all's husbands are going to be so thanking me for getting y'all on these herbs. But he told me, he was like, your mouth. He was like, this dude that I'm bringing into your life is going to be such a man of God. And he's going to be a strong man of God, but he's going to be he's going to be simple. And I was used to drama mamas, you know, in dudes. And I used to men that, you know, I just charisma. And he was like, God's like, this one isn't going to be like that. This one's going to be completely different than anything that you've ever experienced. And if I brought him into your life right now, you would break him down with your mouth. And he goes, and this man is this is my man. This is my man of God. And so I'm going to tell y'all something. I was literally like, what if you already know your next husband? So I don't know what that means, Lisa, because you're married. But I was like, going down the road, I'd be like, come out. I was laying hands on myself, laying hands on my tongue, laying hands on my mind, laying hands, because I knew this dude's ready, and I'm not ready. I was literally, when I heard God say, your mouth, I literally was like, come out. I was, man, because I was like, dang, you know, this dude's waiting on me, and my big old fat mouth is in the way. And I'm going to tell y'all something. Within 10 months, I met and married my husband. And it was the greatest thing that ever happened to me. I just knew. Like, it was like you know, this is why you can't miss out on a blessing, because it's not packaged the way you thought it should be. Because when God heals you, man, everything that you ever wanted before, that you don't even, I fell in love with my husband's heart, man. I fell in love with his heart. I would do a new thing. Yes, sir. I fell in love with his heart. And I love this man, speaks to my soul. When I married this man, y'all, I'm not even kidding. Like all the things that I wish so bad I had in my previous marriage. I wish to God he would have just said, man, babe, you are beautiful. I'm so proud of you, babe. I'm so proud of you. I love you. Did you know how much I love? I never heard any of that. And when God brought my husband into my life, when I tell y'all, this man, literally, this man literally, everything that I wanted in my previous marriage, God gave me in Mark Pothier. He tells me 45 times a day, have I told you today, baby, how much I love you? I am so proud of you. He tells me every day, you are my favorite preacher. This man gives me so much confidence that I can preach in tutus, funky glasses, and a mohawk at 43. This dude, man, he's got my back. If I wouldn't have been prepared, I would have drove him off in the first year if I wouldn't have got my mouth right. And I'm going to tell y'all something. This man loves me into submission. I'll never forget. In our first year, he loved you back to health. Yes, Pastor. And I'm going to tell you something, like, I remember my first year, y'all, our first 6 months, I would literally go in my car. Now, my life was, I was preaching. And I would go in my car and I would drive and cry out to God and be like, God, let me love this man like he loves me. Because I was not used to having a man that loved me like Christ loved the church. I wasn't used to a man that loved me enough to, call me into order. I wasn't used to a man that would lay down his life for me, and I didn't know how to receive that. And I'm telling you, I would drive, and I'd be like, God, let me love him the way he loves me. And y'all, I'm going to tell you something. God poured a love down in my heart for that man. I would fight anybody for this man. Like, I got this dude's back. And I've never had a love like that. I truly understand what it's like to have a man that loves you the way Christ loved the church, like Christ says to do. And I'm a walking example of what a woman of God looks like when she's married to the right man. Because this man, I'm going to tell you, how do we know when we are completely ready? Jazz, it's not even that you have to know when you're completely ready. When you are ready, God opens the windows of heaven and brings your spouse into your life. You ain't got to look for him. Now, see, on Facebook, y'all, I said we met on Facebook. Now, I knew of Mark for years, like for probably 4 or 5 years. He was a pastor, and we were always in the same little pictures. When people tag you in pictures, and they put all these pastors in a tag. I would always see him on in the tags, and he would say little nice things every once in a while, but he was never flirty. He was never disrespectful. He never made me feel like he was after me. And so I did know that he was interested eventually whenever I was ready, but I would never have looked at him previously before I got healed because he wasn't my type. He was 15 years older than me. He was bald-headed. I just wasn't interested in that. He was short, like 5'11". I liked him real tall. But when God healed me, man, all of a sudden he became like, woo, bow, chicka, wow, wow. Like, he loves me. And so, he didn't make me ever feel like he was wanting to get in my panties. He was never making me, because I dated, y'all, I'm going to tell you something. But before I put myself in timeout, I attracted what I was, which was broken and men with perverted spirits, because I had one on me. And when I'm telling y'all, when God began to heal me, I'm telling you, it was like all of a sudden, man, God broke that off of me, and I never, ever attracted those kind of players again, ever, because I was healed. And so he never was like that with me. In fact, I knew that this man respected me so much that if I walked in butt naked and tried to lure him or come on, baby, he would be like, girl, bye. Go put your clothes on right now and get back in here so I can lay hands on you and pray for you. Like, he never made me feel like, how did I get that perverted spirit? And I'm going to tell y'all something. A lot of times when you keep attracting married men and they're hitting on you, it is not a compliment. It means that your spirit and his spirit are connecting. And so you need to take yourself through deliverance. You need to go somewhere and get deliverance. And that's what I did. I went and found me I went and bought Pastor Scott Thomas's CD on soul ties, because it's a soul tie. And I began laying hands on myself, and I walked myself through it. And I mean, because I had opened doors with my ex-husband just trying to get our relationship to stay married. And I had all kinds of crap on me. And I'm telling y'all, I got completely free. There ain't no married man that never looks at me anymore. And I used to have married men all the time trying to talk to me. And so I broke that crap off me. And so Mark wasn't like that. No, I don't even entertain him. But I broke it off of me. And some of y'all need to do that. You need to stop thinking it's a compliment that married men keep talking to you. I'm telling you. And you need to break that crap off of you, because you do not want a man like that. You do not want to be anybody's side chick piece. No. So it is horrible, but God is so awesome, man. He'll set you free. He will set you free. But after I met my husband, after we got married, nope, separated men still shouldn't be hitting on you, because if they're separated, they're still married. And that's just no good. No good. I have over sex craze coming for me. Yes, break that crap off of you. No side chick. No, not a compliment at all. Separated is still married. And yes, separated is still married. And but I'm going to tell y'all something. After I married my husband, it was like God opened the windows of heaven over my life. And we've been married for 4 years. Jesus didn't die on the cross for you to be no side chick. So, after I got married, God began to restore everything the devil stole. And God opened the windows of heaven over my life. And I started getting to travel all over the world. And I travel every single weekend, 2 and 3 states preaching. And this man trusts me and covers me. And, he loves me so much that I know. I'm so thankful, sis. He loves me so much that, y'all, I can be myself. I am who I am. I used to always try to be an Ann Taylor type woman when God created me to be a Betsy Johnson. And he gives me permission. Yes, Pastor Blake's has an awesome Soul Ties, and it is on YouTube. And he's one of my favorites, y'all. That man, that dude got so much wisdom. Pastor Blake's. And he has a great soul tie video on YouTube that's free and will bless your life. I'm so happy for you if it can happen for you. Oh, if it can happen for me, it can happen for you. And I believe, y'all, I'm telling you something. I love the Blakes too. I'm excited I get to preach. I believe with everything on the inside of me that God has created I'm telling you, God has created somebody special for you. Bishop Blake's. There it is. Pastor R.C. Blake's, not Bishop. Pastor R.C. Blake's. Pastor R.C. Blake's. And is he a bishop? I'm not sure. I always call him Pastor Bishop. To me, he's a bishop because he's so straight up anointed, full of wisdom. I met my husband in Israel. I lived in Florida, and he lived in Seattle. Won't he do it? And I believe God's got somebody special. I really do. I don't think he cares about titles. I don't care about titles either. But I think I like to honor where honors due. And I believe he's definitely due that honor. When I get married, I want you to be... I missed that. Say it again. I'm single and hating too. Follow him on Periscope, R.C. Blake's and Samuel Blake's. Yes, I love them. I love you, and I enjoy all your Instagram posts. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm so thankful. I believe that God, whenever there's a reason why she wants you to do. Yes, I would be honored to do your weddings, Chasney. That's my girl right there. That girl drives 2 hours. Yes, Chasney. She drives a long way to come to our church every Sunday. I love that girl. I can sing it because I'm about to get off so I can go spend time with my bow chicken. Wow, wow. Let's sing it. Y'all know what we say up in here? If they don't pray, they can't stay. If they don't pray, they can't stay. If they don't pray, they can't stay. What? say if they don't pray. Because if they don't pray, they're probably cray. If they don't pray, they're probably cray. If they don't pray, they're probably cray. That's why they can't stay. I sure do love y'all. I'll see you tomorrow. I love you tons and tons and tons and tons and tons. I do have a Jezebel Periscope that I put up on my YouTube. You can go check that out, and it's under Real Talk Kim. That is my YouTube. YouTube, yes. Love y'all tons and tons. Trust me, God's got somebody for y'all out there. Some of y'all need to stop wasting time with those people that are playing with your heart. All right? And you need to go back through the scope, and you need to hear my little tips again, and you need to stop wasting your time with the wrong one so God can bring you the right one. I love y'all tons. Go to realtalkkim.com and be a part of my world every single day. Love y'all. Sleep good tonight. You're going to sleep good tonight. You're going to sleep good tonight. I feel it. Love y'all. Bye.